It's Kaipacha with the weekly Pele report for June 14th, 2023. Ow! There on that little patch of sand is where my daughter got married on Saturday. I returned to the scene. Ow! It was so beautiful. Check out this river. Oh my goodness. Very interesting actually this week. Okay, tomorrow, Black Moon Lilith conjuncts Venus, and she is moving through Leo so fast that by Friday she conjuncts Mars. I mean, the two of them are only about 5 degrees apart, moving through Leo, but still, you know, Lilith is cruising. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and the moon, meantime, is over there in Taurus. So Taurus square Leo. This is the Yuba River. If you haven't seen it, it's worth checking out. She moves into Gemini tomorrow, Thursday. Okay, and then on Saturday, we have the new moon in Gemini, 26 degrees, 43 minutes of Gemini. And where is Neptune? Okay, Neptune is over squaring in Pisces. So this new moon is square Neptune. Check out that chart at the beginning. Okay, that's what I'm going to be talking about today. That's what the mantra is about today. What else is happening? You can see that Mercury is square Saturn tomorrow. Again, Gemini to Pisces. Naturally square in the natural horoscope. So, yep, we'll be talking about that. By Sunday, the moon moves into Cancer and cruises on through there, squares Neptune, trines Saturn, squares Chiron on Monday, until by Tuesday she goes into Leo. Yeah. So next week will be really something, and this week is something too. Yeah. The big thing other that I want to talk about, and I'm going to read the Sabian symbol, is Saturn stations and goes retrograde at 7 degrees 12 minutes of Pisces. So I'm going to read the Sabian symbol for the 8th degree of Pisces. I think it's very powerful, especially combined with the Sabian symbol for the new moon. So let me find a place. I know that the river is pretty loud here. I'll try to find a place where it's not too loud. Talk at you and tell you what it's all about. Dang, these rocks are hard. And there's a bunch of sticker bushes and twigs and ouch. Life can be hard sometimes. And especially if you've got the sun and the moon square Neptune. Oh my goodness. Let's look at this a little bit here. Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, and the 12th house in the sign of Pisces. In the 12th house of the natural zodiac. And it's at, you know, the very final degrees. It's closing a 165-year cycle. And we're closing a lot of things. I got to read you the symbol for the Saturn station retrograde. I wanted to get in the newsletter, if you sign up for my newsletter, I'm going to put how many days or weeks. You know, Saturn's stationing at well, it's only 12 minutes. So 7 degrees, 12 minutes. But, you know, Saturn will be at that 8th degree for, you know, at least a week. So, you know, this whole week has this, you know, overtone of the Sabian symbol, which I think I want to read right away and put the whole report in the context of this because it's very powerful. It's a girl blowing a bugle, a call to participation in the service of the race as an evolutionary crisis approaches. The symbolic picture presents another aspect of the emotional relationship between the individual and the collectivity of human beings. It can also be related to the old feminist movement or the present woman's liberation. In traditional symbolism, The woman refers more specifically to the biological and psychic aspect of human life. She is seen primarily as the mother and or the intuitive or psychic person. A new race of human beings may well be slowly unfolding some of its potential of consciousness and fulfillment. The individual who envisions this evolutionary development sounds the call. Seize the day. It's in quotes, sounds the call. He or she is both seer, herald, and mutant. In that sense, such a human being is both an individual true to their original nature and a dedicated person, dedicated to the future he or she holds in latency, as does a seed in mutation. This is really powerful because here it is, it's a girl blowing a bugle, and what struck me is that in astrology, it's the fire and air signs are masculine. And we've got this Sun and Mercury in Gemini, masculine. Venus, Mars, Lilith in Leo, fire, masculine. There's a lot of this masculine energy that wants to do, go, go, go. Gemini and Leo are both like the eternal youth, busy, and Gemini's all curious and, networking and, on the social media and talking and, got a business meeting or blah, 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 blah. And Leo is dancing or singing or putting on a show somewhere for somebody, and it's creatively expressing and playing and all this outward going. And here we've got, last week Pluto turned retrograde. Now Saturn's turning retrograde. Saturn and Neptune are both in Pisces. And we've got this super feminine energy that's just being. And not only being, but like he said, intuitive, psychic, and I want to say primal. Tapping into the roots, to the origins, to the infinite realms of timelessness. Timelessness. And this brings me to the Sabian symbol for the new moon. Yeah? And it's very funny that, here we've got Gemini, this masculine sign, and the 27th degree of Gemini is a gypsy emerging from the forest wherein her tribe is encamped, reaching out toward participation in a larger whole of mind-structured existence. So the mind-structured is the Gemini, Mercury kind of stuff. But the gypsy emerging out of the forest, that's Neptune. That's the wild. And in both cases here, we have this participation in a larger whole. The bugle was devoted to the collective. Here we've got this, gypsy emerging, I'll just read a little bit of this. It's just about, it's a conscious attempt to leave behind the tribal, instinctual stage of existence and to emerge into the realm of mind and complex, tense, interpersonal relationships. The wild drives of nature are reaching toward a situation in which they will be tamed. There's a little bit of foreboding in both of these Sabian symbols. Let's not forget that the new moon, is starting a new monthly cycle. And over the course of this month, there'll be some changes with Saturn and Pluto both retrograding. But what I want to really look at today is just this whole square to Neptune, because Neptune rules the wetico, right? The psychological mass formation, like hypnosis of the collective that's going on with all the propaganda, coming out through the mainstream media, through the government agencies, and in so many other realms. There's this brainwashing going on. And Neptune, has to do with delusions and illusions. It's such a... I could talk for hours just about Neptune, man. Freaking love it. I was born with Neptune square the sun. So this is like totally like, oh yeah. It is both the mystic and the drug addict. It is both nirvana and samadhi, and psychosis and neurosis. It is both, drugs, alcohol, and addiction, and yoga and meditation and prayer. It's everything that takes us out of this world. And we've got Jupiter in the North Node in Taurus, which is very much this world. And we've got the Sun and Mercury in Gemini, which is very much the business of the left brain dealing with the city and this world, right? And so, but behind it, we've got this square to this Neptune. And even Saturn is there in Pisces. It's a call. It's calling us back, in some ways, to the other world. The psychic, subtle, etheric world of multidimensional spiritual realities that are so far beyond mental cognition and ego comprehension. Neptune rules the paradox. It rules chaos. And you've probably heard me say there's no such thing as chaos. There's only realities that we cannot understand with our limited ego consciousness. And this is the realm of Neptune. There's no good and evil in Neptune. But when you come down to Taurus and Gemini and Leo, you get into this, especially with social media, this cancel culture, and this, it's becoming so, I don't know, man. I'm doing a workshop in Spain, in these teepees in September, finding peace and harmony and love in an increasingly hostile world. We are becoming more and more polarized. This is the crisis. The crisis comes through polarization. There's no polarization in Neptune. But in Gemini and the twins, you've got this polarization. And our consciousness is polarized. Because our consciousness, our ego consciousness, lives within this third dimensional, polarized reality. And it's crisis producing. It's separation. And Neptune is all about union. So how do we work with this? How do we deal with this? That's what the mantra is about. But I also want to say, it was back in March 15th. The Sun was conjunct Neptune. And this is a first quarter square. The moon was conjunct Neptune, okay, a week ago, right? So this sun moon is in a 90-degree square to Neptune. And it's a new moon, which is a beginning, a new start. And so what I want to say is, like, this is an opportunity for each and every one of us, okay, to bring the dream into fruition, into reality, living the dream. Some say chasing the dream, envisioning the dream, owning the dream. In so many ways, this is all a dream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Ow! Right? We're up the creek without a paddle, man. I mean, oh God. Anyway, yeah, I just, we can, again, it's just like Saturn in Pisces. I think I've said this a million times, you know, it's like, you know, reality crushes the dream, or the dream becomes reality, right? You know, you got the Saturn, Neptune, Saturn, Pisces, you know, tug of war going on. So it's up to us to, like, engage with faith, hope, and love, and believe in that dream, and go towards that dream. You know, manifest that dream. Make these dreams come true. And now, like the mantra says, some of them don't. And there's reasons for that. There's karmic reasons for that. There's lessons to be learned about timing, about what you're capable of, about what you can control, about when you need to surrender. I mean, there's very many reasons why a dream does not come true. But even when it does not come true, that's what the mantra is about. There are still diamonds, jewels, lessons along the way. I was thinking, you know, when I was thinking about the Pele report today, you know, driving up here, it's almost like the dream is like a carrot on a stick, you know, for the donkey. You know, they put the carrot on the stick so the donkey walks, you know, and it's like chasing the carrot. And of course, the stick is attached to the back of the donkey. So the donkey, you know, his neck, the donkey never gets the carrot. It's always chasing the carrot. But the carrot gets the donkey to move. Dreams inspire us to move. It's like love. Love is but a dream. Life is but a dream. We dream of love. We dream of happiness. We dream of peace and harmony. And it inspires us to plant that garden or build that house in the country, or get in the, you know, get on the bike and hike out to the river, whatever. So these dreams are, they play a crucial, very important role in our unfolding, in our growth, in our lives, in our lessons, in our evolution. So we want to always be, you know, going after them dreams, baby. So some dreams come true and some never will. But that won't keep me from trying. Because I know it's not at the end, but on the way that I find all the diamonds. Makes me think, does the end justify the means? In so many ways, there is no end. It's only means. There's no end. So we're just going. And it's all process. Life is all process. We're not really going to get anywhere except the grave. We're all headed to death. That's where we're going. So like, this brings us, this whole thing of time. It's like, be here now. I know it's like, be here now, but the future is always meeting the past in the now. So this whole mystery of time is super cool. Freaking love it. Could just go on about it, but that's all right. Some dreams come true and some never will. But that won't keep me from trying. Because I know it's not at the end, but on the way that I find all the diamonds. So yeah, go for that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And some will call you crazy, you dreamer. It's an illusion. It's all story. Blah, blah, quack, quack. Freaking go for it anywhere. Go for it anyway, because on the way towards that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, you're going to find something. You're going to see something. And hopefully you're going to have some fun along the way. So namaste. Aloha. So much love. Ow! Yeah, baby.